Welcome to Earth 2, where superheroes exist and movie talk is the norm. This movie review is going to be on the movie It. You know what? Sit back, relax, and as always,
welcome to the planet.
This is a late movie review, and I have a confession to make on why it's late. I am chlorophobia. I am deathly afraid of clowns. And so that's why this movie review is late, and that's why this review is coming now as opposed to when it should have come, telling you to go see the movie. I am scared of clowns. Surprisingly, it started after I saw the first, the earlier Tim Curry versions of It. And yeah, it's a lot, but I am going to get into this movie review. And I hope you guys can appreciate the fact that I actually did see this movie and gave myself nightmares, and I haven't slept really well since I saw this movie. So yeah, there's a lot, but I'm still going to talk about this movie and talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. So let's get into it. The movie, if you've seen the Tim Curry versions or if you've read the book, this movie actually draws from both avenues and from both medium, and does it really well. What usually the fear is when you're drawing from something that you've done in the past is you can either go too much nostalgia on it, or if you're drawing from something that's from a book, you can either go too much into the book, or you could just leave the book alone and not even touch it. But this movie does both really well. It pulls from the book and it pulls from its source movie material or its source live action material that already exists. Now, the kids in this movie are really, really great. So I'm going to talk about the characters. The characters I liked and the characters that I could say, you know what, they should have died. Honestly, I think Bill should have died. I mean, we all know the story. We've seen the story. But I think, personally, Bill should have died. You're not a good friend if you make your friends go through all of this and then you make them swear that to come back 27 years later. If somehow I survive this again, so I'm deadly scared of clowns like my boy Richie, I am not. No way in hell am I coming back into this thing with you. But I think it's also a movie where, you face your fears and you challenge your fears and you succeed over your fears. And that's what the movie necessarily is about. So it's not necessarily about Pennywise himself. It's about facing what scares you the most and coming through. So I guess I should take the lesson from the movie myself for seeing it and coming through on the other side, not unscathed, because again, like I said, I haven't really slept. I've had nightmares, so it's whatever. But I'll probably have to talk to someone after this. But it was for you guys, and I hope you guys appreciate it. But yes, did I like the movie? I loved it. I loved it when I didn't have to see or get through Pennywise. I loved it when I saw the way the characters came together and they were built together. These friends, the Losers Club, they come together in the most unusual way, but they stay together and they show true friendship. This is like what happened in Stranger Things times 5, because it steps the friendships you have in Stranger Things, but it steps it all the way up. Now, I'm not trying to, shade Stranger Things or anything, but you had a whole 13 episodes of Stranger Things to build up that friendship and build up the relationship. You've had one movie to see these guys to see the 4 friends in the beginning and then see them bring in the other 2 people at the end of it. And I loved it. Characters, again, that I really liked. I liked Ben. Loved Ben. He was like, he was the real hero for this whole thing. Beverly I liked because she overcame the biggest fear. Richie, Mike, I love the kids. I love the kids minus Bill, and you already know my reason for not liking Bill. Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Again, I hate clowns because of what I saw Tim Curry do. I can never look at Bill Skarsgård as anything other than Pennywise the clown now. The most terrifying thing I've seen in my life. He scared me. The character scared me. I would cover my face when Pennywise comes on screen. I would jump and I would curse when Pennywise comes on screen. So I am scared. I was scared. If that was what they were going for with that rendition, that they hit me on. They were looking for people who were scared of clowns. Like, hey, just see this movie. I can work up my nerves to see this. Yes, it scared the crap out of me. He scared the crap out of me. That's fine. And I think if that's what they were going for, it worked. It was fantastic. He was beautiful as the clown. So much so that people have been clamoring for him to do the Joker movie that WB's throwing out there. So that might have been his audition tape for it, and will know when we see it later. And yes, so another character I didn't necessarily care for was Henry, but it was also something where he was the fear of the whole of the group as a whole. One, and he was also Mike's fear. Yes, he was a fear as the group of the whole, but it was cool to see Mike be the one to overcome him and to be the one to like stand up to the guy who's bullied you all year and then bullied you all summer. Get out of my town. There was a lot of things there, and that was lovely. So those are the characters. Now let's get to the story. The story of the town. The story is more about the story of the town and not necessarily about the characters. It's more about the story is centered on the town and what happens every 27 years about disappearing. It started with disappearing adults and it trickled all the way down to kids, because I'm going to guess that it's easier for you to scare a kid than it is to scare an adult. So if you feed the kids their fear, they'll probably respond to it a lot. You'd probably be able to feed them and feed off their fears a lot more than you'd be able to feed off an adult. And I'm just gonna guess that when people grow up, you either leave your fears behind or you take them with you. I mean, you can still feed off an adult's fears, because if you notice, there is a second in the original, there was the second part of this. It was a mini series and there was two parts to it, when they were kids and when they were adults. And so the adults are going to come back, and I'm guessing that either they're going to come back to fight, Pennywise, if he ever comes back, or they're going to come back and he's probably going to try to feed off their fears again. The story was structurally sound. There was almost no plot holes in it. It was kind of modernized for us so that we can actually get to connect to it more, as opposed to what it was told in the original miniseries and in some of the books. So they did have some liberty with the story, but it worked regardless, and I liked it. So again, I like the story. I like looking at the movie without Pennywise in it, and that's So, and what else about the movie? It's like I said, I haven't been able to sleep, so it's a lot of thoughts that I have that aren't coming to mind right now. But all in all, it was a good movie. I would advise people who are still waiting on word of mouth to see it, to go see it. Like, you can actually go see it. But if you're scared of clowns, don't see this movie. Don't be me. If you're scared, terrified of clowns, don't see it. No matter what anyone says, no matter what I'm saying right now, do not see the movie. I saw the movie because I tried to do something and I wanted to do the review for you guys. Don't be me. Don't go see this movie. Don't do this to yourself. On the other hand, I do like horror movies. I like horror stories. And we will be talking, October is coming, and with October we have Halloween. So we will be ranking for our channel, and some of our friends we'll do a live video and a live discussion where we will be ranking our top horror movies, and we'll be talking about the horror genre from where it was to the mid 90s 2000s, where it became the slasher film genre, to where it's going now. And we'll be doing that for you guys. But all in all, let's get back to it. A+. Go see the movie. If you haven't seen it, if you're still waiting for someone to tell you to go see it. If you're scared of clowns, one more time, do not see this movie. Don't see it. Okay? Alright. Down in the comment section below, let me know if you've seen it. Let me know what your grade for it is. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you thought about the characters. I already told you I don't care for Bill. I wish he died, honestly. Let me know which character you care for the most and which character you didn't care for at all. Let me also know if you're going to go see it. Let me know if you hate clowns. Let me know. I didn't spoil anything, if for those of you who hadn't seen it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the movie and the characters and the story. That's it. Not really talk about the movie itself and try to spoil it for you guys. But I liked it. I'm still terrified. I'm still scared. I might still have to talk to somebody, but I liked it. Anyway, check Earth 2 out on social media. Earth 2 Comicast on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Check us out. Let me know what you guys think. We'll be dropping a lot of things on our profile, on our social media, to come, and letting you guys know what is coming up. What shows we're doing next and how things are going to be going. So we are changing a lot of the way things are going to be going handled on Earth 2. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Moecrosby, and as always, keep reading, keep watching these movies, and go through your long Bible.